Hey everyone, I'm Michelle Lilly. I'm a singer, a songwriter, an entrepreneur, a mom, and yes, I love to cook. Welcome to my channel, Michelle Lilly TV, where you'll find everything from official videos to live shows, and also me cooking right at home all of my favorite recipes just for you. Subscribe now, and welcome to my journey. Hey everyone, welcome to a new episode of Cooking with Michelle Lilly. I'm so excited about today. It's one of my favorite meals ever. We're going to be making fresh pappardelle, imported from Italy, and we're going to pair that with some fresh vongole. So, pappardelle alle vongole. Hope you're hungry, because I'm starving. But before we do so, make sure that you click subscribe. Make sure you click that little bell so you get notified about all my new videos that I post. Everything ranging from music videos to behind the scenes footage and cooking videos. Let's get cooking. As always, I love to show you guys my ingredients before I start cooking. So let me flip that camera around so you can see exactly what we'll be using today. So we have the pappardelle right over here. They are fresh egg noodles imported from Italy. We'll be using parsley. You can use dry or fresh. Some fine ground black pepper. I'm using some Mediterranean sea salt. We have some dry oregano. This is imported from Calabria. We have the bottle of Prosecco. As you know, I'm the Prosecco queen, so I do love cooking with Prosecco. We have just a small amount of cherry tomatoes. We have one lemon that I'm going to be using the lemon juice as well as some zest. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cloves. And in my little tiny illy cup, we have some pepper flake. Now, also from my little basil plant over here, I will be taking about 3-4 leaves just to throw in some fresh herbs. And voila. Okay, so I have my clams right over here, and I just gave them a nice rinse. Wow, that's very heavy. I'm using the very large ones. These are from Cedar Key Farms in Florida. Wow, okay. Okay, so I've moved myself over here and I have prepped for my cooking. I have my fresh basil nicely sliced, my lemon zest, my lemon. I've removed the seeds. I'm only going to be using half for the juice. I have the 5 garlic cloves, the handful of cherry tomatoes. I have all my little seasonings. I've opened my bottle of Prosecco. I've rinsed my vongole, my clams, and I have the pappardelle right here. Okay, so we've went ahead and put some extra virgin olive oil in my pan as my water brings to a boil. I'm gonna go ahead and place all this lovely chopped garlic. So I'm just gonna go ahead and let that lightly brown. Give it a light stir every once in a while. There's nothing like the smell of sauteed garlic. I'll go ahead and put some pepper on there. Black pepper. I need my second hand to grind some Mediterranean sea salt onto that garlic. You ready? Let's do this. Woo! So, as that cooks, douse the Prosecco. I personally use Prosecco instead of white wine because I like it to be a little on the sweet side. I mean, I do understand it could be too sweet for some people. However, I do also put in a couple of cherry tomatoes that I'll be putting in more towards the end, right? You know, that tends to be very acidic, so the Prosecco will be a very nice contrast. And of course, I squeeze in that lemon, so that's also something acidic. And so I just find that the Prosecco really cancels out the acidity, makes it that much better. I'm gonna put that lemon zest. You just kind of throw it all in the pan at the same time. The fresh basil. Oh my gosh, you have no idea how good this smells already. It just started. I go a little heavy on the parsley. Some oregano, calabrese oregano. Okay, and I'm going to try to stir them just so that they get finely covered. Now, as this cooks, you know, they do cook very, very quickly. They'll start to open very soon. In the meantime, my pot of water has started to boil and I have salted that already. So I'm gonna go ahead and put in the pappardelle. Since it's a fresh egg noodle, it does not take very long to cook. Actually, this is a very, very easy meal. It's a very quick meal. I think people get intimidated when they see shellfish. It's something that people tend to eat more in restaurants and less at home. Now I will put in the cherry tomatoes. It's more so just for a dab of color, if anything. Okay. Give it a good spin. And let me put the phone down so I can go ahead and put a little more sea salt. Okay, so I put in that sea salt. I gave it a little stir. I have decided to put just a little bit more Prosecco, because I think they need to be covered a little bit more. And then I'm going to douse it in olive oil, creating almost like a sauce, you know, so that when the pappardelle are ready, they're not going into just like dry vongole, but they have a sauce that they can soak up all the flavors in. They're a little hard to stir. I try to do so. I also have one hand, so I'm not holding the pot right now. Oh my gosh, just look at that. That's the color. In the meantime, I didn't forget about you guys over here. One more minute and I think these are done. Oh, you hear the birds singing outside. It's so cute. And I'm gonna let them open up. As you can see, they're starting to open. That means that they are almost ready. Like I said, they do cook very, very quickly. Okay, so I'm checking on the pasta. It's nice and soft. However, it's not too soft. I'm gonna go ahead and drain them right now. So I just drained the pappardelle, gave it just a little bit of olive oil. I'm waiting one more minute for this to be done. As you can see, they have pretty much all opened. You see that? Oh my gosh, they look amazing. Look at that. I see some still haven't opened, so I just want to give it a minute. So as the last ones now open, I'm going to go ahead and put in the pepper flake. Some people don't like spicy. You can do without. I think it gives a nice touch. Or even if you don't like spicy, but you want to give just the slightest pinch, just for the smallest amount of flavor. It'll make a little difference, but it won't be spicy. Go ahead and do so. And I'm going to cover it so that we can keep the steam in there and go ahead and open those last ones that are a little stubborn to open. As I'm waiting for those last stubborn vongole to open, I decided to pour myself a glass of Prosecco. Who said cooking can be fun? Cheers! Okay, so I gave it that 1 minute extra and look at that. All those bubbles. Woo! Kept the heat in there and that definitely did the trick. I see everything is open now, so now what I'm going to go ahead and do, and I will need 2 hands for that, is pour all the contents of this pot into that one. And I have coated the pappardelle with some olive oil just so that they don't get sticky. But ultimately what I would like to do is cook the pappardelle in that sauce just for a minute so that it can soak up some of it. Okay, so I went ahead and did that. And I put all the vongole with their shells in. You can't really see because of all the steam, but there's all that liquid in the bottom. And it's further cooking the pappardelle. Okay, so that's enough. I'm gonna go ahead and hold the pot, give it a good stir, and put that in the plate for you guys to show you my beautiful recipe. Okay, so I've gone ahead and put out my, oh my gosh, my absolute favorite tray. It's my Raffaellesco di Ruta tray. Matches my little jars, I just noticed that. I'm gonna go ahead and put a beautiful pasta right in there. Now that's what I'm talking about. We're doing family style tonight. All it's missing is sprinkle of fresh or dried parsley, fresh extra virgin olive oil. Voila, and buon appetito. To pappardelle alle vongole, and to Cooking with Michelle Lily, that is. Go ahead, pour yourselves a glass of wine and join me. You're probably asking yourselves how I was able to pour all of that in there without making a big mess, but I have a secret to tell you. I totally made a big mess and I dumped a lot of the sauce absolutely everywhere. But you wouldn't know that because I've already cleaned it all up. Haha. Yeah. I mean, hey, this is a real working kitchen in a real home.